Hi, everyone, and welcome to Love Speaks Live. I'm your host, Candice Ruggiero. I'm a keynote speaker, host of this Love Speaks live show, host of Love Speaks Live out in the community, and host of Intentional Excellence podcasts. I'm also an education expert and founder of the Novata Global Education Consulting. Tonight's topic is one that's really relevant and necessary: kindness currency, the world's most valuable exchange. So, what is kindness currency? To me, it's the idea that kindness is something that we can share and receive anywhere in the world. It's the most valuable thing we can ever give because it costs nothing, but it can change everything. We live in a world when the we live in a time when the world feels more divided, feels more tense, and sometimes even a little scary. People seem quicker to judge and slower to show more compassion. That's why we need this reminder that kindness isn't weakness, it's strength. It's what connects us. Because when we lead with kindness, we help people feel safe, valued, and seen. And we remind the world that love and humanity still matter. I've been blessed to live and travel in different parts of the world. I've lived in the Philippines, Australia, and throughout the United States. I've also visited countries like in Dubai and Abu Dhabi and many beautiful places and countries across Asia. And in every place I've been, what stayed with me most wasn't the food or the sights. It was the people. When I lived in Australia, everyone was friendly and open. Even though my American accent, as they called it, stood out. They welcomed me. I felt peace and I felt like I belonged. When I went to Dubai and Abu Dhabi, I didn't know the language or the culture, but I still felt respected and safe. They knew their boundaries. And in Asia, the warmth, the smiles, the generosity, it was everywhere. Everywhere I went, kindness made me feel at home. You don't have to speak the same language to understand kindness. You just feel it. Since becoming a host, I've had a chance to talk to people from all over the world, from every background, culture, and walk of life. And you know what breaks my heart? Many of them tell me that they no longer feel safe visiting or even traveling to America. These are people who once dreamed of coming here, people who saw the United States as the land of opportunity, freedom, and hope. They dream of visiting New York, seeing LA, maybe even starting a new life here. But that's changed. Now, many say they'd rather visit other countries because they're afraid of being treated unfairly, discriminated against, or even profiled just for speaking another language or looking different. And I know some people might say, well, if you don't want to come here, then don't. Nobody's forcing them. But let's pause for a moment and really think about that. What if you were the traveler? What if you went to another country and were treated that way, with fear or judgment, just because of how you looked or sounded? Would you feel safe? Would you feel welcome? Of course not. We all want to travel. We all want to see the beauty of this world, the food, the culture, the people. The world is such a beautiful, beautiful place to experience. But imagine visiting a country and being met with discrimination, racism, or coldness instead of kindness. Doesn't feel good, right? And sadly, that's how some people now feel about coming here. And honestly, that's something we all need to reflect on. Because other countries, many that I've been to, don't treat people that way. They lead with hospitality, they lead with kindness. And that's something we can learn from and bring back. This isn't about politics, it's about people, about humanity. about remembering the warmth that once made us proud of who we are. And as someone who's been a teacher for over 30 years, an educator working in a school, I know what it means to live with fear and uncertainty. For the past decades, especially these last few years, I felt fear every single morning walking into school. Living here in Florida, where some of the most tragic school shootings have happened, that fear is real. And it's heartbreaking that as educators, parents, or students, we have to worry about our safety in a place that should be full of learning and hope. That's why I'm talking about kindness, because when compassion fades, fear takes over. But when kindness grows, fear begins to disappear. Kindness currency is about remembering that every act of kindness, no matter how small, makes a difference. When we give kindness, we get peace in return. When we show understanding, we build connection. When we lead with love, we create safety and trust. And if you've ever traveled, you know what it's like to be in a new place and have someone smile at you. It changes everything. That one small act can make a foreign country feel like home. And that's what the world needs. More of those moments. More people willing to give without expecting something in return. Kindness isn't just for travelers, it starts right here in our daily lives, in how we treat our neighbors, our coworkers, our students, and even strangers. It's pausing before reacting. It's listening before judging. It's choosing grace over anger. And we all have the power to make our communities, our workplaces, and our schools feel safe again through kindness. Let me share some simple ways we can all practice kindness every day. First, pause before reacting. Kindness often begins with patience. Second, offer a compliment. You never know how much someone might need it. Third, practice empathy. Try to see things from the other person's view. Fourth, be present. Smile, listen, and make people feel seen. Five, and the last for now, give back. Volunteer, mentor, or just help someone in need. Each small action matters. And the more kindness you give, the more it comes back to you. Before we close tonight, I want to ask you something. When you travel, how do you want to be treated? Do you want to feel welcomed, safe, and respected? Or do you want to feel judged and afraid? We all want kindness. We all want peace. So let's give that same energy to others, not just when we travel, but every single day, everywhere we go. Whether you're in America, Asia, or anywhere in the world, kindness is what makes a place beautiful. It's what makes us human. You can have all the money, success, or power in the world. You can even be the most powerful country. But if you don't have kindness in your heart, is it really worth it? What's really your worth? Because kindness is the true currency of humanity and the world's most valuable exchange. So wherever you are, be kind. Let's bring kindness back into our homes, our schools, our communities, and our hearts. Because when we lead with kindness, we lead with love. This is Candice Ruggiero, and this has been Love Speaks Live. And remember, love speaks all the time, always. Have a good night, everyone. Take care.